To understand the roots of procrastination helps us weaken it. So the first one is to learn how to tip the balance away from avoidance motivations toward approach motivations. So a lot of people think, I'm not motivated to do this. But often that's not the case. It's simply that their fears dominate or overwhelm their approach motives. There's a reason you signed up for that class. There's ideas you want to take away from it. There's skills you want to learn. There are benefits beyond school of doing well on this activity. But we're not thinking of that. They're not in our minds, and so they don't affect us. Motivation can only operate on us if we're thinking of it or feeling it, because that's the nature of motivations. So how can we bring them back into our consciousness? How can we shift or tip the balance toward approach motives? We can stack them up. We can think of all the reasons why I want to do this task. So what are some ways of doing that? I'm going to show you an example of my own. If you can see that. That says TEDx. This is my motivational to-do list. Because believe it or not, I was scared when I was getting ready for this talk. I was anxious. Am I going to blow it? Is it going to look bad? So what did I do? I started writing down the things I wanted to keep in my mind. First, I wanted to think about this as an opportunity and as a way to experiment. So I wasn't thinking, hey, this should be perfect. This is an experiment. I'm going to try it out. It's a little different kind of way of talking. It lowers the expectations and it lowers the stakes. Another thought was, you know what? Maybe I can see this as not about me, but as a service to the Princeton community. I'm helping people. For me, my motivational profile, that motivates me. Takes the pressure off me. I want to be helpful. A third idea that was really important for me was to tap into a deep, abiding, enduring motivation was, how does this fit with my mission? So I see my purpose in life, my mission in my work, is to reduce suffering, specifically of students, so that they can be more engaged in their academic work, in their lives, and to thrive and flourish. Another idea was to make it small, so it feels manageable, right? So if I thought about the whole thing, it felt too big. And now this may be familiar, right? We say slice it up into pieces, but make it small to make it feel manageable. And so I started to do that. And one way I did that was, instead of writing out the whole script, maybe I can make a very simple outline, and that gives me a sense of the whole. So those are some techniques that help me overcome, not entirely, I'm still pretty nervous right now, to get moving, to get started, to make progress, and to enjoy it so much more. Right? Our performance is not equal to our ability, but more importantly, is your ability is not equivalent to your worth. From Nelson Mandela, and he said, "May your choices reflect your hopes and not your fears."